Okay, so this is a video I've been wanting to do for a few days now. I have been dealing with a lot lately, and I wanted to talk about it. This time I actually have notes of talking points, so I don't feel all awkward and have to do a lot of pauses. Yeah, as soon as I decided to start this, the little arf arf is out there going ballistic, but I checked how it sounded, and like, you can't pick it up too badly. Um, oh man, so this past week or so has been fucking a lot, and today obviously is its own thing, which is a mess and is a lot too. But I had some advice with dealing with today, and I guess I'll start off with that. I made this PSA in my communities, and I'll just share this here. Let me see. I'll just read it. Yes, we're all stressed, but what's best now is to just try and chill and carry on as normal, and do not think about all the terrible what ifs, because it's absolutely not healthy for us. Just hang in there and stick with your safe communities and spaces, and try not to worry about everything until it starts to actually affect you in your daily life. If someone is being a tool, tune them out. They're not worth our time and energy. If you're feeling extra stressed today, I suggest you treat yourself in a way. Find something nice to indulge in. Just do something nice for yourself. And remember, we all have each other. And like I said previously, you guys can always talk to me if you like. Actually, you know what? Like, that goes for you guys on, I was reading this from the Discord community PSA, and, you know, that goes for you guys too. Like, my followers here, you know, you can always reach out to me if you wanna chat. Like, my Discord and all my links are always below. You can just always reach out to me. Alright, so. Yeah, like, this morning was a lot. It definitely was. Me and my husband were stressed, and everyone else was stressed, but, you know, it just, my stomach was in knots. Like, it just felt all tight and just sore, but it passed, and I'm hanging in there. I'm taking my own advice. Just try and chill, you know. And, I've been learning a lot on how to deal with, so much stress and things. It's what I've been learning has been very, very helpful, and I will definitely share all of that here. But first, I would like to talk about what's been going on with me. Okay, so some days ago, like shortly after I came out as non-binary, I ended up having a massive, massive, massive fucking meltdown. Like, I'm not gonna say like what triggered it or any of that stuff because it's too personal. But I ended up being triggered by something. Basically, someone like it was kind of like a negative confrontation that triggered it, and me like not being mindful, I took it the wrong way, and I felt victimized, and I absolutely fucking broke. Like, I cried for like a fucking hour, and after that, like, I had such a terrible fucking headache, so much fucking pain. A hot shower kind of helped. But yeah, I got through that, and I have people that have been supporting me, that I've been reaching out to, and it's been wonderful. Yeah, I ended up spilling my guts to a friend because I just really needed someone to talk to, and that really helped, and I appreciate them for that. But yeah, like the days after that were were pretty hard. And since this happened, like, right after I came out as non-binary, like, in my brain, I started to associate my coming out with something traumatic, so that made me kind of lose my sense of self for a while. And it was hard, like, everyone congratulating me, being happy for me, like, of course, like, you know, I appreciate that and whatnot, but it just, like, I started feeling bad because I'm like, it hurts now, and it's just such a really painful time. But I got through it. I got through it mostly, and I got a couple days ago, I saw my psychiatrist and therapist, and my therapist gave me some tips on how to like regain my sense of self and that happiness and self-love that I was feeling once I came out. And it's working. I'm starting to feel like myself again, and it's great. And I believe that I will achieve that, and I will actually be quite happy. I'll be quite happy with myself. So, like, this coming out was, like, absolutely life-changing, very liberating, and very freeing. And yeah, I'm overcoming that trauma that I went through, and I'll be okay. So the trauma, like, I kind of did it to myself in a way. Like, it wasn't anyone's fault. No one was, like, being fucked up or abusive to me or anything like that, because, like, I'm surrounded with good people. You know, I have lived in toxic places before, but that's not the case now. Like, things are good, and I'm actually pretty damn fortunate with how things are now. I mean, you know, we all have our, like, struggles here and there, finances or whatever, but, you know, like, overall, like, I got it pretty good. And when I had my breakdown, like I just, like, felt fear that, like, I'd lose everything, like, my livelihood, everything, and I was just so not okay. And I learned that, like, doing that, like, when I get some kind of negative confrontation, you know, it could be, like, you know, issues in relationships, or, you know, whatever else have you, and that would trigger me to catastrophize things and just, like, it's like overthinking things, like, to the max. And it's a trauma response, like, from like, I've been doing reading, and I've been talking to, like, my psych and therapist, and they all confirm that when you have this, I'm not sure if it's actually considered an emotional disorder, but, like, that's what it seems like, is, like, when you have this, like, it comes from, like, growing up, like from, like, childhood trauma, abandonment, and, like, yeah, I've been through all that. And when I catastrophize like that, my psych told me that, like, when you break down, it's like, she actually told me that it's kind of manipulative. My therapist didn't like that she told me that. I don't know if I agree with that, but I can see, like, how some might see that, but, like, I feel like you need to look at the bigger picture and understand where people are coming from more. And that was also my problem too. Like, when I was breaking down, I wasn't doing that myself, so that's why I was feeling victimized. But when I had those breakdowns, like, in my conscious mind, I'm not like, oh, this is me manipulating, feel bad for me. Like, no. No, it's just me feeling fear and pain. Fear of losing, like my very foundation of being and whatnot. I actually made a meme about it. Let me see if I got it on here. Here it is, yeah. It's so real. It's so fucking real. Yeah. But yeah, that's how it is. And my therapist told me it's called emotional dysregulation, and my psych told me it's called emotional lability, and she thinks I might possibly have borderline personality disorder, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. We need to like do some more sessions and whatnot till we figure that out. My therapist, like, I feel like my therapist and my psych might actually bump heads on some things. My therapist was saying like, oh, it doesn't seem like that, and she was like reading off like a whole list of stuff, and like a lot of it did apply to me, but she's like saying like, you know, bear with me, I'm just repeating like what my therapist said. She said that like the borderline personality disorder, like, if I remember correctly, she said something like it doesn't come from like the past trauma, like how my issues clearly are. I don't know though. I think that's what I remember her saying to me yesterday. But yeah, I will definitely update like my communities and groups and stuff like when I get new official diagnoses, because like I'm trying to like work on myself as best as I can, and I also got prescribed a new med which I'm actually currently concerned about. So currently I'm taking a bunch of fucking meds. I feel kind of bad for that, but I kind of need them. It's not just for mental stuff, it's for physical as well. And currently I'm taking one for sleeping called trazodone, and the new one my psych prescribed me is Buspar. And I was doing some research on it, and it said like that doesn't mix well with trazodone. And I was reading the effects, and some of that shit sounded pretty scary. So I'm pretty concerned. So I'm gonna talk to the pharmacist today, and I might call the psych office and be like, hey, I'm concerned about this, you know. But that's how it is with meds. Like, they all have like some crazy sounding side effects. I think normally like you don't usually experience stuff like that. Like, I haven't. And a good friend of mine said she was on both of those herself, and they were good. But you know, different things work different for different people. But yeah, I will be inquiring, like, at least to make myself feel better, because like I get kind of worried about stuff like that, and I can be a bit of a hypochondriac here and there. Just like sometimes like I could get scared pretty easy about like health stuff and whatnot. But yeah, so I'm doing my best on working through all this, and doing my own homework and stuff, trying to improve myself with this emotional problem that I've been having. And I have had this for a long time, but only till recently, like, it clicked in my head that this is so bad. Like, you can ruin relationships, like, if you don't get this under control. Like, my psych told me that she had the same issue, and she lost a relationship because of it, which it's so bad. It's so bad. So, both of them, my psych and therapist, recommended me to check out, this book. What is it called? Let me just open it up real quick. It has like a long ass name. It's called the Dialectical Behavior Therapy Skills Workbook. And I've been reading like most of it like free on YouTube. I will put the link below. And like it's very good, and I definitely recommend it to anyone who has like uncontrollable emotions like this, that like just get really explosive and get the best of you. And it's been so hard and painful, and like man, it's not just like a toll on you, it can be a toll on those around you. So like we, you know, like I understand we all have like, a lot of us have like trauma issues and all kinds of like mental illness stuff. But, there comes a time where we need to take accountability for ourselves and work on keeping ourselves in check. So, like, because if we let ourselves keep having like emotional meltdowns and stuff over things, like, it's not healthy for us. It's so bad, and like it can cause physical pain. Like the other day when I was like having one of my little freakouts, I was dizzy, I was nauseous for like days, and at one point, like, I felt out of body. Like, I was so stressed out, like, I felt like out of body. I felt like a floating head above myself. It was so bizarre and scary. It's so bad. It's so important for us to like take care of our mental health as best as we can, even if it means like, we have to do some research here and there, like do a little homework, like this is a workbook, so like it's, I've been getting like a little homework to do, and it's been incredibly insightful, and I've been learning like some coping skills. Basically, it tells me to just stop and think and chill, evaluate things, instead of just like in my case, like feeling hurt and attacked by things. And it gives you more clarity, and it just being able to see things from other sides, other perspectives, it's like world changing. It's been incredibly helpful. So that's where I'm at now, and I'm still like doing everything I can to keep myself in check. And I'm checking out this book like every night, doing the little worksheets that it has, and just, yeah, I'm gonna keep up with it, because it's so important to take care of your mental health. And anyone who has those same like emotional things where you get so overwhelmed, I recommend the book. Absolutely. It can be life changing. Just taking care of yourself like this, you could avoid like so much pain, more trauma, and affecting negatively those around you. I want to do this for myself and for those I care about, and for the sake of my relationships. It's hard. It can be really hard to like sit there and look at these things, especially like if something feels like particularly traumatic, but like it's kind of detrimental to just like, evaluate things and work through them, rather than just like having like terrible knee-jerk reactions. Same with anything, really. But yeah, it was so bad for me, and like it got insanely bad. But I've been better now for a few days, doing good again, feeling like my normal self for the most part. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with myself, and perhaps like very soon I'll have my sense of self back, like I did when I first came out, and that'll be amazing. That'll be amazing. I'm looking if there's any other things that I wanted to talk about. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I've been having like extreme anxiety lately. Like, it's been really bad. Like, when all this stuff went down, like, I felt like, I know it sounds like kind of cliche to say it at this point, but I felt like triggered by like almost anything and everything. Like, things that I normally like and do to express myself, I felt triggered by. I just felt not okay with. And then like I was also dealing with like a lot of self-hatred and guilt. But after I started to like think about things more, it helped. And I don't really feel much of that anymore. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not 100% yet, but I'm pretty close. Like, the anxiety has gotten a lot better, but previously it was so bad. Like, I didn't even feel okay, like, speaking in certain communities that I'm in, because like I had to ask for help for some things, like, and it's just I felt not okay to, like, I just felt like a burden, and it's all that guilt and shame and stuff. But I've mostly gotten over that. Still not 100%, but getting there, working on it, and doing damn good, I think. But yeah, it's been really rough, and anyone is dealing with similar mental issues, I also highly recommend therapy. Like, a lot of people say, like, therapy is not for me, but like, sometimes they say that because they haven't had, like, a good therapist. Like, not all therapists are going to be great. Not all therapists are going to work for you. But when you find a good therapist, like, for one, they don't press you to talk about things that you're not comfortable with, because that defeats the purpose of, like, therapy. They're there to listen and help you learn coping skills on how to deal with things. Like, that's a good therapist. And if you feel like you have mental illnesses, like, say, ADHD, like, where you can't focus, or whatever other kind of thing, you can talk to a psychiatrist, and they could help you try some meds if you'd be willing to do that. Like, I can't function without my meds. I absolutely can't. Like, I'm on one for depression, anxiety, ADHD. It's so many things. I don't, like, honestly, I understand, like, a lot of people are iffy about meds. I get it. Even I am, but, like, I can't function without mine. And when you find the ones that, the right ones for you, like, it could be life-changing. But it's not always easy to just get, like, that instantly. Sometimes you have to go through trying different ones, and, like, honestly, sometimes that can be, like, a bit of an unpleasant process, but, like, when you get it figured out, it's very worth it. But yeah, like, if you have issues, like mental issues, like a lot of stress, anxiety, whatever, I absolutely recommend reach out, get help, get professional help. It's life-changing. And also, like, you can reach out to a friend, just reach out to somebody. And another thing, I think I'll just end it on this, whatever you are dealing with, know that it's not too much. It's not too much to reach out for help. I felt like that for years, and, like, it can be heartbreaking feeling like that, feeling like your problems are too much, you have to keep it to yourself and suffer in silence. You fucking don't. Like, we all have so many crazy issues, well, I mean, not we all do, but a lot of us have a lot of shit we deal with, and, like, it's always worth it to reach out for help, be it to a professional or to a friend. It's just, you're worth it, and, your problems matter, and you deserve to feel better, but you just gotta take the right steps. Yeah, don't be afraid to reach out. It's definitely worth it. And I definitely care. Like, I feel for others who deal with similar issues. I know how fucking painful and isolating it can be, but once you start getting the right help and getting the right tools, like, it's life-changing for the better. Alright, that's gonna do it. If you guys made it this far, thank you. Thank you for listening to me ramble and whatnot. And, yeah, I, definitely be doing some, more content soon. I plan on doing, a playthrough of Stardew with my mod with Ralo, so that'll be fun. Maybe we can get some other people to join us. I don't know, we'll see. And I'm thinking about doing some live streams again here to YouTube. There's some games I want to do no damage run practice for, and then eventually attempts such as Tomb Raider 2, Kirby 64, and that Blood Plus mobile game. I don't know, it's just something to do. But yeah, so more content coming up soon, and yeah, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for tuning in and whatnot, and I will catch you next time.